All right, so now I have peace. If you ask anybody about how they made their decision, it's like you're gonna hear them say, you know, when you know. And when you're going through the decision making process, I know that's the last thing you want to hear. But add me to the list of people that are saying, you know, when you know. Um, for me, like I said, as a woman of faith, divorce was not something that I could enter into lightly, and I didn't enter into it lightly. But once I had peace, I knew that I was depleted. And then I was also, the other way I knew, the other sign, if you would, was that I had lost myself completely. Like I was acting out of character, owning my experience, right? She, me, her. I had gotten to a place where I had to own my contribution to the toxicity. Like this mouth, I'm a communicator. So she can bless you or curse you. And she was getting to a place where she was cursing you. Like and I didn't like that, right? I had done years and years and years of work and growth, and I teach emotional intelligence, and it's just like I didn't even recognize who I was. Like, pots flying. I didn't throw no pots, but I'm just saying that's what it felt like on the inside. I am not myself. Again, don't let it get to that point. Don't let it get to that point. It shouldn't get to that point. That's not healthy. There's nothing healthy about it. You already know that. And it is not God's will for you to endure that. So I finally got to a place where I had peace. So the third place is to get to a place where you have peace with your decision. Why? Because you're going to need conviction in your decision to sustain the transition, right? A lot of things is fancy to say. Again, using my life when you're leaving a relationship, a long-term relationship is, oh, my peace is not for sale. All these little fancy phrases we say about our peace. They don't talk about the price of peace. I ain't seen the video. I'm sure it's out there. I didn't see it. I haven't seen it where they tell you the price of peace, where they tell you the emotional toil. They tell you the lonely nights, the crying nights, the fearful nights, all of the things that I had to learn and discover about myself all over again. I went from college to marriage. And I had been in that lifestyle for 26 years. Now, all of a sudden, here I am with no children to raise because they grown and gone. No man to pump my gas, take the car to the shop, none of those things. I'm happy, right? I'm feeling good, healthy, proud of myself. I'm in therapy, I'm doing my work, and peace came at a price. So, and not just that, the people, ooh, Lord, the people, everybody has something to say. Like how I had to navigate the terrain of who do you share with? When do you share? How, especially in this day of social media. I relocated to New York City. Now I was living in Nashville. I got people DMing me when they in New York. Girl, I'm in your city. Let's get together for lunch. And I'm feeling like I'm in witness protection because I don't live there. I've been not living there. But, he didn't want to announce. And that's his, right. But where am I in all of this? What am I supposed to do? And so, and then, you have, again, woman of faith, church people can be really, really precious. So they are rebuking the devil and they got so many opinions about stuff they don't know nothing about. So my conviction is important, and the partner, right? The back and forth with the partner. this was not the first time I had left the relationship. If you followed me, if you followed our former podcast, then you know I was in an abusive relationship. They say it takes 7 times on average for a woman or man to leave, come back, leave, come back, leave, come back. Why? Because they don't have that peace or that conviction. It's emotionalism. You never could have told me that I would be here now witnessing to say, yes, I'm one of the 7 times, right? But I am. And a lot of that time was spent in hiding, right? Hiding from myself because of what people and the imagery of what had been created. And I had a brand around authenticity, and I was. But what I learned was that there's a difference between being transparent and being vulnerable, right? And my healing was at the level of vulnerability. It's at the level where I could actually say, hey, I'm the shift master that you know and love. And I was in an abusive relationship, narcissistic, emotional, psychological, financial, started out physical. We took care of that decades ago. But baby, the rest of it continued up and down, and it was so confusing. I get it. I understand. But conviction, getting clear about your decision and being able to stand on it, because just because you leave doesn't mean the work is over.